So it's been nearly 2 weeks since I've touched this camera. I've just been relaxing in Malta, getting a bit of a break in. The weather since I've been here, funnily enough, has been this 90% of the time. So I haven't really gone out much, but the rest has been good, the rest has been needed. Now I'm off to the airport for another stop, another adventure, to yet another area that I haven't actually been to before. So we'll get there very shortly and we'll get a bit more into it. Changed the look up a little bit, probably for the worse. But we'll see. We'll see how these people look at me now that I cross the border. Now that I don't look quite as homeless, I just look worse. Oh, it's honestly been such a beautiful place. The weather's been rubbish the whole time though, but that doesn't matter. I got what I needed out of it. Now we're going to keep moving. Now I'm not too sure how long I'm going to be moving for this time. Just sort of taking it bit by bit now. So, got the next week organised, and from there we'll go from there. Make it up as I go along. Jeez, it feels like it's been so long since I've been anywhere. So I'm checking in about 10 minutes, and then we'll make our way to the gate. Oh, this is so strange. Okay, so we went from being 2 hours delayed to 4 hours delayed. So we're not actually leaving till 7:30 now. That gives me 4 hours now to wait. So let's hope it doesn't get pushed back. I hope it's not because of the weather. We'll see. There's another interesting customs to go through. Oh, we're here. We're in Tunisia. Number 61, I believe. It may still be late at night, but keep on running into the... It's been a while. Oh. There's one thing I've discovered. I absolutely hate taxi drivers. We've got a story to share there, but first I need to get a nap. Oh. It's been a long day. Alrighty. So I'm now in Tunis. I had an annoyingly rough time getting to the hotel yesterday. Taxi drivers are the worst people in the world. I'm just gonna say that. But I got here eventually. So now, let's go get on. Let's go check it out. I swear, I stand out so much right now. I've never felt so awkward walking through a place. Just the streets of Tunisia is just giving me... I just don't feel comfortable at all. I feel like I'm being watched. Because I stand out a bit too much. So much security, so much police. I've been warned not to take photos or videos of anything much, so I'm just keeping an eye out of things at the moment, sussing it out. Okay, so I'm in a slightly better area now. I don't know why I feel so uncomfortable. Oh, it's definitely a challenging experience for me at the moment, so we'll see how we go for the rest of the day. Okay, the amount of security at the Bardo Museum, which I was going to go visit, is insane. I don't think it's actually going to even be accessible. Something must have happened. It's only been closed fairly recently. Still, good God. This isn't helping. So it's definitely not accessible. I'm gonna have to look and see what happened. Something my concerns are well founded. Oh, could you... Two babies. After spending a while sorting my stuff out, I've made it to Carthage. Out of Tunis. Let's go to the water and then let's check out some of this history of Carthage, I guess. History of Carthage is one thing that I do know quite a bit about, considering my little Roman history obsession. So this was like one of the major threats to Rome for a very, very long time. And it took, what, 2-3 Punic Wars, I think, to finally take them over. But Carthage, which is where I am now, it's like one of the... I'm pretty sure like one of the largest cities around at that time, even larger than Rome. and just the history of it will be just fantastic to check out. So we'll get to the water and we'll go from there. The amount of security we've got around this country so far is quite intimidating, to be honest, but that was mainly due to the coup that happened last year that I heard. It's also why the famous Bardo Museum, where there's lots of Roman artifacts, is also closed since that time because it's actually connected to the Parliament building. But here seems to be a little bit less. I mean, there's some cops down there, so let's just be a bit careful. Here is actually the famous Punic port of Carthage. Of course, it's a lot smaller than I expected. I mean, being back in the day, everything's definitely not to the scale it is today. But it's basically just this little inlet here, and then you've got the area in the centre. So I might make a way around to the centre. Yeah, that's a bit interesting. Hello. Okay, so I've got my ticket. So this ticket actually lets me into all 8 sites around Carthage. So I've got quite a bit to do today, apparently. I'm gonna have to make my way around. Nice, alrighty. So the first one here is the Antoine Baths. So let's go for a walk around. I imagine Carthage, the palm trees, the oasis style look. Oh, cool. You just imagine this would just have been such a beautiful place to go on. This whole area has just been completely overgrown. I wonder if this is how it was like when it was originally built. Would have been a very, very beautiful oasis style type thing we've got going on here. Still standing out because I look weird, but I'm not standing out quite as much as I am here. Not quite. Oh, so there's 8 separate archaeological sites, and this is the first one. I'll try and see how many I can make to by the end of the day. There we are. So these are the 3rd largest baths in the world, behind the Caracalla and Diocletian. I believe they're both in Rome, possibly, I could be very wrong. It was destroyed by the Vandals when they came after the Romans, well, after the Roman period, and then it was excavated into this. But that just looks amazing. It's just so much more intact than I would ever have thought. This is incredible. Honestly, I could probably do with a thermal bath right now. I feel like some of these walls were not originally in this position, but then you got some of them like that were definitely built in. But yeah, these ones here look like they've fallen over, or part of something larger. Oh, just look at that. And this is an example of what it looked like. So yeah, so we're right here, and you got all that over here. That's incredible. Oh, I just would have loved to have seen how it was when it was one piece. But anyway, it looks like the weather's going to catch up to me today. Oh, and there's more security up ahead. Good God. So much. We're now heading to site number 2. This is the Roman villas of Carthage. Now the weather is definitely catching up to me today. Oh, just my luck, of course. Oh, so these are the Roman villas. That's the train ride. Okay, we're looking this way. Alrighty, let's go check out the inside. It looks like it's got quite a significant size and it's quite well intact. Let's go. And the appropriate to have it overlooking pretty much everything. So you basically got the baths directly down there. So from the main villa there, you would have just been able to see most of the city, most of the skyline. See if anyone was coming to cause trouble, naturally. Ooh. Doing some restoration work. Oh, this is incredible. I can imagine this is like your luxurious Roman villa, standing out there just overlooking everyone and everything. Oh my god. I'm excited. Take me back to these times. Without the killing and the barbarians and the murder. Preferably. Let's take this way. See, there's a bit more freedom with these ruins compared to a lot of the other places I've been. I mean, Paphos was a little bit light on the rules, but here there's pretty much just someone at the entrance. They let you in. You've got your signs, but you're pretty much free to do whatever you want. Within reason, of course. Oh, it's really coming down now. Okay, I think I need to find one of the museums. Get out of this rain. Look at the intake section. What appeared to be a little tunnel. Huh. I liked it very muchly. This is a self-guided tour's dream. Like, you get the ticket, okay, there's 8 places you can go on this ticket, go ahead. It's exactly the way I love to do things. Oh, so that's 3 down, 5 to go, and I got about, I think about 2.5 hours. Probably not enough time, but we'll see. I want to at least check out the museum, and then the amphitheatre. There's a few other little things that I need to find out where they are first, but I'll get there. I think the museum might actually help, because they'll be able to give me some directions. Alrighty, onwards to number 4. And I'm not too sure what this is. But whatever it is, I found it. So I made it into the museum with the rangers coming. So I've actually got a hell of a view of the city. So let's actually head up there and we'll go check it out. Wow. So this is the old Carthage town. I don't know exactly with my directions, but I believe straight ahead is Tunis. Maybe it's over there. Actually no, that's the lake, so Tunis is straight ahead. So the airport's right in the middle there. You got a big one of the lake. So I think this here is one of the few remains from the actual Carthaginian times as well. That's quite remarkable. So yes, this is the Hannibal district. Oh, it's coming down harder. I'm gonna go undercover for a bit. Oh, jeez. This is the Hannibal district. So this was built during the Carthaginian times. I don't know whether it's just me, but you can sort of tell the difference in design when you go to the more traditional Roman style. Again, I could be completely wrong. But I suspect it was built, once the Romans came, they built over it, used the original foundations. But it would have been an imposing sight for everyone living in that area over there. Damn. Definitely the part of Tunisia that I would stay in next time. Carthage is full of the history, full of these beautiful sights. And frankly, the area I'm staying in Tunis, I don't feel 100% comfortable. I'm more than willing to admit that. But again, first time in a place in Africa, in a place like this, so it's very much a learning experience for me. So I definitely know what to do when I go to some of those other more challenging places. Because I did try and pick an easy option, and I did struggle a little bit, but we're working on it. We're going to get through it. We're reaching the end of the day, running out of time to get to the last ones. Might be able to do one more, which is the amphitheatre to the north, and then we'll have to call it quits. But this has been incredible. It's a spectacular place. Certainly was a bit wary when I first arrived, but now that I'm settled more than anything, we're golden. This is fantastic. The last stop of the day for my trip to Carthage. Bloody hell, it's amazing. See, I was expecting there to be a little bit more from the Carthaginian times itself. It wasn't so much, mainly because, I mean, of course it was all destroyed by the Romans and then by the Vandals. But it's still such a spectacular sight. Let's go. The Roman amphitheatre. Quite a small one when you compare it to some of the other ones. Like the Odeon we were just at, it's quite large. And I suspect all the seating areas that's supposed to surround is all disappeared. And I feel like this would have been covered up, because that's usually how these were, is that they had the main floor that was just sort of covering all the underworks that were underneath. Okay, and this has been Carthage, so one of the oldest empires in the world used to be here, taken over by one of the strongest, and then eventually became this. Such a spectacular place to go to. Like, my thoughts have changed. I was very wary of my time. I think I was just sort of overthinking it. But once you get into it, of course, you're fine. Once I get my French practiced, then I'll be sorted. For the rest of North Africa and West Africa.